Before transporting your Fuse 1 generation printer or using a different material, it is crucial to thoroughly clean all powder out of the machine. This includes cleaning powder out of the hopper, print enclosure, air filters, and off of sensitive components such as the optical cassette and heater tubes. You may need to perform this cleaning multiple times. Use this guide to clean out your Fuse printer for changing materials. If this video helps you solve your printer's issue, please like the video, and thanks for watching. In most cases, when switching between two materials, you will need to thoroughly and comprehensively clean your printer, fuse sift, and build chamber. If you are switching between nylon 12 powder and nylon 12 glass-filled powder, or between nylon 11 powder and nylon 11 carbon fiber-filled powder, you can follow a simplified cleaning procedure, the end of which will be noted during this video. Note that failing to clean out all powder before switching materials can lead to print failures or permanent damage to the machine. Watch and understand all instructions in this process before proceeding. Dedicate each of the items listed here to its own material type. Do not clean and reuse them with a different material type. Use anti-static vacuum attachments to prevent shocks. For 3D printed attachments, apply anti-static spray to the part after printing. Do not perform this procedure if the machine has printed within the last 24 hours. Failure to do so may result in serious burns or lacerations from broken quartz glass. Allow the print enclosure to fully cool to room temperature before touching or inspecting any printer components. Prepare the machine in a dust-free work environment before starting the cleaning process. First, download and print the STL file for the cleaning attachment in advance of this procedure. Use your Fuse printer to print this attachment and apply anti-static spray to the part after printing. Then, wait 24 hours for the quartz heaters to fully cool. Collect the required cleaning tools and put on your personal protective equipment, respiratory protection, gloves, and safety glasses. Lastly, before vacuuming any powder, install an optical cassette in the printer. We will now clean the hopper. When cleaning powder out of a Fuse 1 generation printer, remove the bulk of the powder from the hopper and print enclosure before wiping surfaces or cleaning more sensitive components. Note that you may need multiple passes to remove the bulk of the powder from the printer. Repeat as needed, alternating between cleaning the hopper and the print enclosure. First, insert and plug in an empty build chamber. Close the print enclosure door. Tap Settings, Tools, Empty Hopper on the printer's touchscreen. Follow the on-screen prompt on the empty hopper screen to transfer the powder from the hopper to the build chamber. This process may take up to an hour. For the Fuse 1 specifically, remove the debris catcher grate from the hopper and vacuum it to remove all the powder. Use the brush attachments to vacuum remaining powder from the inside of the hopper. If you are cleaning a Fuse 1 Plus 30-watt printer, take care not to damage the agitator at the bottom of the hopper. Vacuum the hopper lid hinge. Tap Maintenance, Motor Moves on the printer touchscreen. The Motor Move screen appears, which allows you to manually activate various motors in the print enclosure. Tap and hold left on the recoder motor until the recoder reaches the left side of the print enclosure and stops moving. Tap Home on the doser motor. Wait until the doser stops moving before continuing. Open the print enclosure door and locate the right-hand trough. Tap and hold CW on the flipper right motor until the flipper is completely vertical. From within the print enclosure, insert the vacuum attachment where the build chamber would usually be placed. Face the attachment upward toward the troughs and recoder. Bring the attachment up through the hole where the print bed would usually be to insert the wide end into the right-hand trough. The attachment hooks into the place underneath the flipper. Pull the tube that attaches to the vacuum downward to test that it is in position. The attachment should not come out. Attach the vacuum hose to the attachment. Leave the vacuum with the attachment inserted inside the trough as you move the doser inside the hopper to dislodge powder. Some shots here will not feature this vacuum attachment simply to demonstrate certain behavior for clarity. Use of the vacuum attachment is necessary for safety and efficiency. When using compressed air or a gas duster to clean the machine, always keep the vacuum running to catch any mobilized powder. Turn the vacuum on while keeping the vacuum with the attachment inserted inside the trough. Tap and hold CW for the doser for 10 seconds. Then, tap and hold CCW for the doser for 10 seconds while vacuuming. Repeat this cycle 4 times. Tap and hold CW for the doser in small 2-second intervals until the doser completes a full revolution. Tap and hold CCW for the doser in small 2-second intervals until the doser completes a full revolution in the opposite direction. Aim compressed air into the hopper from the top of the hopper. Tap and hold CCW for the doser for 30 seconds while compressed air is used from inside the hopper. Repeat until no more powder comes out. If you are cleaning a Fuse 1 Plus 30-watt printer, ensure that all surfaces of the agitator are visibly clean. After cleaning the hopper, it is time to clean the print enclosure. Open the print enclosure door. Vacuum any loose powder in the print enclosure. Use compressed air or a gas duster as necessary to remove powder from hard-to-reach areas. 2 troughs run from the front to the back of the printer at the top of the print enclosure. The troughs store powder to be dispensed into the build chamber. Use the vacuum fitted with a small brush attachment or a flexible hose attachment to clean all powder out of the troughs. Use compressed air or a gas duster as necessary to remove powder from hard-to-reach areas. Check in particular for powder buildup along the inner walls and corners of the troughs. Close the print enclosure door and move the flipper motors to dislodge powder for cleaning. On the touchscreen, tap the wrench icon. The maintenance menu appears. Tap Motor Moves. The Motor Moves screen appears, which allows you to manually activate various motors in the print enclosure. Unless specifically advised, do not select any of the options in the Motor Moves menu while the print enclosure door is open or any objects are in the path of the powder handling mechanisms at the top of the print enclosure. Moving parts present a crushing or tangling hazard. If necessary, tap the Stop button on the touchscreen to stop a motor movement. Tap the CW, CCW, and home arrows under the flipper left and flipper right headers to rotate the left and right flippers clockwise, counterclockwise, or back to their home positions. Repeatedly move the flippers and vacuum the powder troughs until they are clean. In particular, ensure that the inner edge of both powder troughs as well as any adjacent components are free of any powder. After cleaning the powder troughs, examine the trough on the right side of the printer. Check the position of the gasket running along the outside edge of the trough. Use a thin tool or your gloved fingers to push the gasket back into place behind the edge of the trough. Wipe the print enclosure with a clean microfiber cloth to remove any residual powder. The recoater is a bar that moves left and right across the top of the print enclosure, spreading powder across the print surface to form a new layer of the print. To move the recoater into position for cleaning, close the print enclosure door. On the touchscreen, tap the wrench icon once again. Then tap Motor Moves. Tap the left and right arrows under the recoater header to move the recoater. The recoater rotates as it moves, changing the area that is exposed. Repeatedly move the recoater and wipe it with a microfiber cloth until it is clean. Repeat the steps for cleaning the hopper and cleaning the print enclosure until there is no powder in recessed areas and all surfaces are clean. Alternate between cleaning the hopper and the print enclosure. You may need to repeat these steps several times before all surfaces are clean. Note that if you are switching between nylon 12 powder and nylon 12 glass-filled powder, or between nylon 11 powder and nylon 11 carbon fiber-filled powder, stop here. If you are switching between any other 2 materials, continue to follow the cleaning steps in this video. After you have removed the bulk of the powder from the printer, move on to wiping surfaces and cleaning sensitive components. You may need multiple passes to remove all powder from the printer's surfaces and sensitive components. Repeat the following steps as needed until all surfaces are fully clean. Clean any powder that may have settled on the inside of the print enclosure door, particularly behind and around the gasket. Connect a brush attachment to the vacuum hose. Vacuum the inside surface of the print enclosure door. The print enclosure door has a large rectangular gasket on its inner face. Use compressed air or a gas duster to remove powder from around and behind the gasket. 2 quartz tube heaters run from the front to the back of the printer at the top of the print enclosure. put on a new clean pair of nitrile gloves. Gently clean one of the heater tubes with a clean, dry, non-abrasive wipe to remove any powder buildup. Repeat with a new non-abrasive wipe for the other heater tube. Clean the optical and sensor surfaces, the optical cassette, IR sensor, and upper laser window. Follow the normal cleaning procedures for these components as you would when doing routine maintenance. Remove the installed optical cassette and clean it to remove any powder that may have settled on it during cleaning. Inspect and clean the upper laser window. Then, reinstall the optical cassette. Open the IR sensor door at the top of the printer. Clean the IR sensor. Reinstall the sensor and close the IR sensor door. Remove or replace the air filters and clean the related air handling hardware. Take care to clean any powder that may be mobilized while working with the filters. Clean the air filters, exhaust lines, and exhaust fan. As an alternative, replace both the intake filter and the exhaust filter. Reinstall the filters and close the filter cabinet door. Finish by wiping down the inside of the hopper with a clean microfiber cloth. If you used compressed air to clean inside the print enclosure, powder may have been blown back into the hopper. Wipe the inside of the hopper with a clean microfiber cloth to remove any residual powder. After re-inspecting all surfaces and confirming that all powder has been removed from the machine, the cleaning procedure is complete. If you clean the machine in order to transport it, it is now ready to be packaged. As you start printing with your new material, closely watch the initial stages of the print for signs of contamination, such as streaking or discoloration from mixed powder types. If signs of contamination are present, stop the print, dispose of any contaminated powder, and repeat all of the cleaning steps described in this video. Did this video help you get printing again? If so, please leave a like on our video and subscribe for more content. What video would you like to see next? Leave a comment telling us more.